think they're ready to go. It's been a minute. If they had Skynet, we'd already have all the names updated. I say that, but it's not their fault. It's not their fault they don't have Skynet. You know, I'm the reason they don't have Skynet.
Yeah.
I just like to rub that in a little bit, but it's, you know, no fault.
You have all the power.
What was that?
Said you have all the power.
I'm Skynet. You know.
Cheers, bringing down Judgment Day yet again.
No, I definitely want to show it to these guys, get some of their opinions on how it looks when we get a chance later. But okay, so Bart needs to do a plateau up air or something. Right? But once you get a hit on Kirby, Kirby doesn't have any fast moves. The fastest move is nair and up tilt, right? And the air, it's going to be nair. And while that's still pretty fast, it's not like frame 1 or frame 2. So you can frame trap Kirby with these combos. And Pika has a lot of those tools to do that. So that's a good trade for Parks. That's just basically that SKG. Yeah.
Alright. Just having some trouble getting off this platform.
I think, so Bark did that up smash on the shield, and I don't think that was bad. But once he hits the shield, I think he has to flat drop nair to keep some shield pressure on. I mean, he's still kind of winning it anyway, but he could have been, I think, more efficient with that pressure situation that he was on his own. Bark plays very safe in his pressure. He doesn't put, once he gets shield pressure or something, he doesn't take the most efficient route, he takes the safest route, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, because you have, like you said, 8 minutes to get.
Yeah, so like efficient can still have vulnerability, right? So you're basically outweighing cost and benefit. So he's not taking the highest cost-benefit decision. He's taking the zero cost and marginal benefit option, right? Which I think that's a smart way to play.
He's a chip player.
Yeah. It's a smart way to play, but it's, you know, if he wants to start beating Boom, he needs to start going for the efficient things and knowing and never putting himself in a position to have that cost. But, he likes to do over the top. Did that backdoor just kill over the top? What the heck?
Yeah, probably a little.
I mean, 150,
get that hard DI.
150% and you know, on the side flap, but still, you never see that with Pika. That's funny.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Bark likes to do nairs and back airs on the platforms, like just drop nairs on them or drop back airs on them because it creates better shield pressure than like a forward air or up air. That a lot of people do up airs, and up air not good shield pressure. The opponent can always get out of it.
Catch on one of those jumps, and like you said,
yeah, that was a good. That was great with Bark there, and that's really hard for Kirby to beat. You kind of like dash away to avoid the forward air, and then you plateau on back air, and it just always forward air or up air.
Ooh.
Up air. Oh, he doesn't get it. If he got the up air, would have been dash out smash, and would have been dead SKG. But
great angle. All right. Trying to catch him coming in here.
Bark looking really crispy here.
Yeah. Oh man. Wanted that so badly.
SKG. Oh, you gotta get that back air on him. Well, I guess the air.
Super clean fade back. He's still gonna be living here. See if he can get.
He overdashed. Yeah, SKG ran away too far. I don't think he reacted fast enough to Bark cutting short his up B.
Oh, all right.
I like how SKG jumped. He didn't do a rising air. He waited, right? And I think even though like Pika can still escape from that, I think that's better because if you rising air, Pika can sometimes show that and punish. But if you wait for it, then Pika doesn't have a punish option. He either gets hit or he escapes.
Yeah.
So while you know it was a no trade for the neutral, I think SKG did the right thing there.
Yeah, SKG getting caught in this movement a lot, I feel like.
Yeah. Bark's good at this matchup. I mean, he's beaten Rabbit. He's played this matchup a lot, especially at the high level in tournaments. So he's not going to get fooled by a lot of Kirbys. But I feel like, so SKG, he's thinking he's got a Pika he can play. He's also got a really good Luigi. He's got a solid cast, I guess. But I think he's going to, putting down the keyboard, I think he's going to maybe switch to Pika.
Does he only play Pika on controller?
I don't know. I mean, so he's mostly an online guy. He's only been to a couple tournaments.
Yeah. But
with the controller switch, I feel like he's never gonna switch controllers and then stay Kirby. Keyboard Kirby can do pivot up tilts. And So Kirby's movements are very linear, right? Kirby doesn't have this. Kirby doesn't use angling a lot. You don't like forward tilting is you're not gonna angle that really. Forward smash doesn't get angled. So it's a lot of down air, up air, or down air, up tilt, right? Forward smash, forward air, back air, right? So or nair, and so Kirby's movement is very north and south and east and west. And there's none of these angles really. So if you're switching to a controller, it's usually because you want this like angular movement, and that's not going to come. That's not going to be like that good for Kirby. Well, it's decent for Kirby, but the pivot up tilts, the frame perfect pivot up tilt with keyboard, and the DI is usually better for Kirby. So on keyboard, So I think if he's switching to controller, he's probably going to go Pika. But he's getting some coaching from Zero. That's a good guy to get some coaching from.
Oh, yeah.
Not only really talented, but he's like also surprisingly cerebral. Like he reads and observes the patterns of his opponents very, very quickly, and that's a big part to being a top player. But, but there are some top players out there who they're just so overwhelming technically, and they're so frame perfect that they have really good results, but they don't adapt to certain gameplays. They just have really good strategies, and their punish game's overwhelming. Zero is technical and intelligent, so he's a great guy to get coaching from. He does. He switched the controller to go to Kirby.
Interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Maybe he's been feeling more comfortable on it.
I don't know how good his pivot updates are going to be on controller, but
I mean, I guess we'll have to go ahead and figure it out. We're going to go ahead and launch the game.
I guess he felt, Bark was getting in on his, straight up and down or straight left and right movement that he was able to. He felt like that's what made the difference in the neutral.
Yeah. So, I mean, keyboard, you don't get a lot of finesse in your drift like you can with the control stick.
True, that is true.
Having an analog is super nice. It's all just.
But having pivot up tilt's also really good.
That's true.
While you can do it on keyboard or a controller, it's a little bit easier, a little bit faster on keyboard because it's 2 buttons, While.
All right, catch.
Yeah, you need the finesse to play at a higher level, but he's looking better to start this off. We'll see how it plays out. Bark, he likes to go for those sweet spot in somewhat of a harder angle, and because of that, that's a risky thing, right? So Pika should be able to get it, but if you make a mistake, you die.
All right, platform push off coming into play there, and actually netting Bark that combo.
Yeah, and it was good by SKG to force him into making that better decision. But Bark cleans it up right away, taking that stock back.
All right, hard knockdown. Yep.
And sometimes just, I guess, the keyboard or the controller switch can just kind of put something in the mind of your opponent. They kind of get confused a little bit. They maybe play a little bit too safe. They play off the gameplay that worked earlier.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the training weights have come off. What's going to happen from here?
So, your opponent has to think about it differently, and that can sometimes play in your favor.
Quick trade. Right up tilt to catch him coming in. I like how SKG just set up there, right where Brody likes to go ahead and just drop through with another quick up B.
Oh, that was tough for SKG. He tried dashing away and Bark to catch him out of his run. That's not good for SKG. But in a solid spot here. Oh, that's not solid.
Yeah.
He was at a position where if you could get the hit on, like a little edge guard on Bark, would have been tied up on stocks and basically even on percentage.
Yep.
But then Bark just misses it, so then Bark does the combo, racks up a good 90% damage on him.
Yeah, roughs him
and now it's like even if he takes a stock, he's basically still at a stock loss. Right at this point, he's almost at a 2 stock loss. It's gonna kill. Ortho kill off the side. Top. But here, he's a hit away from losing his stock, so he's got to hopefully he can rack up the damage, get an uphill or something. Oh, he gets it.
Oh yeah, catches him coming down off the platform.
So he racks on a good amount of damage. Oh, he needed that up tilt. That up tilt would have been huge because he not only would not lose his stock here, but he'd have Bark around like 80% damage, which then you're basically even again. So.
Got a little overzealous there.
Yeah. Just did up tilted a little too fast. Too early.
Oh yeah, he just goes deep for it.
Great up air. That was a great up air by Bark. I think he landed, but does he get it? Yeah, he did land. Okay. Pikachu up air there for Bark is the best option to beat the fastball there. Bark doesn't do a lot of fastball up airs though, or even Pikachu up airs.
Oh, he saved just one of his jumps. Super solid.
That was. Sometimes, the Kirby players and the Pup players, they always know how many jumps they have, but the opponent, a lot of times they miscount. They think you have 5, or you use 5 when you've only used 4. So it's important for these matchups to be as mindful of your opponent's jumps as they are of their own.
All right, yep.
Good.
Again, just saving that one. Force him to go high, catch it with the nair.
Oh, I thought he should have down tilted. At that percentage of distance, I guess not percentage, but at that distance, Pika really can only go for the ledge. He can at best get the top of the platform. And if he's at the platform, he's not getting a perfect land or ledge cancel because he's barely getting on the side of it. So I thought SKG kind of missed the flow charting there. But he still takes the stock without taking any damage. That's going to be it.
It's the one hit.
Second game, way closer.
Yeah, it was a lot better.
That was a way better job by SKG there. So the controller switch really paid off. Maybe keyboard Kirby's is overrated. It was a 2009 meta. Now we're in 2017. You got to go.